A WWE superstar just dropped a big reveal about the new titles they want to see. We'll also check out what's happening with the Bloodline, CM Punk, and more. Starting things off with a pretty interesting idea from Damian Priest. Damian recently spoke with a wrestling classic, and he made the big reveal about something he believes strongly in. He claims that if WWE ever allowed Rhea Ripley and himself to compete for the WWE World Tag Team titles, he feels like they'll easily win those titles together. He feels like even going up against a two-man team, that Rhea and himself could just walk through anyone for the titles. Although that'll be something very cool and historic to witness, the odds of seeing WWE allow a man and a woman to compete for the World Tag Team titles together are extremely low. So Damian did adjust his idea and said that he would love to see WWE bring back the Mixed Tag Challenge and introduce a pair of tag team titles for that competition. The Mixed Tag Challenge was a very cool tournament-based show from a few years ago that featured male and female superstars teaming up to take on other pairs of male and female tag teams. The show was actually a big hit with the fans and was a lot of fun to see. The biggest thing to come out of that Mixed Tag Challenge over the years was Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman's tag team. They were a viral hit in that tournament, became a fan favorite team, and then WWE even implemented their friendship into the main Smackdown storyline between Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt in 2020. So a lot of fans feel like if WWE ever brings that tournament back, you just have to include the Terror Twins into that bracket, and they'll be the big stars of that competition this time around. And like Damian said there, if that situation was to ever happen, he would love their odds to win it all. The Mixed Tag Challenge has never really had any titles on the line, so Damian's idea includes some championships into it as a great idea as well. Maybe the titles won't be held and carried around in the main programs, but even if they're exclusive to the Mixed Tag Challenge, it'll still be great to see a mixed tag team champion for sure. Erick Rowan took to his social media platforms this week to remind everyone a bit more about the past. Eric posted a picture from 2013 of when Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family had The Miz tied up backstage with the word liar written on his chest. In this old segment, Bray Wyatt takes the cameraman backstage to show Erick Rowan and Luke Harper watching over The Miz. So Erick Rowan is reminding everyone that The Miz is absolutely no stranger at all to dealing with the Wyatts. The Wyatts had their issues with The Miz in 2013, 2019, 2020, and now 2024. Also can't forget Bo Dallas' individual history with The Miz in 2017 and 2018 with the entire Miz Entourage faction. So The Miz has quietly been a very long-time rival for both Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas. So it makes a lot of sense to see their paths once again cross with each other. The only question left to ask is if The Miz will suffer a worse face and punishment this time around with Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Sicks. If The Miz thought all of his prior run-ins with the Wyatts were bad, this run-in already appears to be on a bigger scale than all those previous ones. The Miz has literally been captive for weeks now, so watching that continue to play out will be intense. As Survivor Series inches closer and closer, so does all the rumors for CM Punk's expected return for the event. And according to some new rumors that are circulating, CM Punk will not be the only one returning to WWE within that time period. Drew McIntyre has been missing in action from WWE television since his Hell in a Cell match with CM Punk. But the rumor is that Drew McIntyre is also expected back real soon in the near future. So Raw's looking like it will get two of their biggest stars back real soon. There's also another big story making waves with CM Punk and two other big stars involving Netflix. Fightful Select is now reporting that Netflix had allegedly made a request to WWE for a big three on Raw. Netflix reportedly wants CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Roman Reigns to be a part of their show's roster. Netflix already had one of those three pieces with CM Punk already being a part of the Raw roster. The only missing pieces to their big three would be acquiring Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns from Smackdown. Reports appear to hint that WWE has not made yet official decision on if Netflix's big three request will be fully granted. but there's rumors going around that, at least for the Netflix Raw premiere episode, basically both of the big stars from both brands, John Cena and several other legends, will be in the building for the show. So they'll likely get their wish for that premiere episode, but if they'll have the big three for the long haul remains unknown. But getting all three would leave SmackDown pretty bare. SmackDown has to realistically remain at least with one of Netflix's big requested three. So that request from Netflix is definitely a big one that's aiming for the moon. We'll just have to see how WWE plans on accommodating them for that specific request. The original Bloodlines reunion kicked it up a notch with the November 4th edition of Raw. Sami Zayn came out to address his actions from Crown Jewel, saying that although he did enjoy the quick moment of standing by Roman and the Usos again, and how it felt like old times, Sami said he was truly only out there at Crown Jewel for Jey Uso. Jimmy Uso gets in Sami's face, claiming that Sami kicked Roman on purpose, and how the family cannot trust Sami at all. After arguing and going back and forth for a bit, Sami Zayn just walked about and said he was not going to do this. But Jey Uso stops him, says that Sami is family after all, and invited him to SmackDown so that they can all talk this out with Roman Reigns as well. So those remarks from Jey basically confirms that Sami Zayn will be coming over to SmackDown for a conversation with Roman Reigns and the original Bloodline this week. And although Sami Zayn does not have the smoothest history with Roman Reigns, including the kick from Crown Jewel, their issues with each other should be resolved pretty quickly because everyone knows this is building up to War Games that takes place on November 30th. So time is already flying by with only a few episodes of SmackDown left before Survivor Series. So maybe the full reunion does not happen this week, but it'll have to be the week after that for sure because time is quickly running out. So with that November 30th deadline for the match taking place, these next weeks of SmackDown will certainly feature the big moment of Roman Reigns embracing Sami Zayn back into the family. A lot of fans forget this detail of the story, but Roman never technically betrayed Sami Zayn. It was Sami Zayn who betrayed Roman first. So maybe it's because of that fact right there that Roman is a bit faster to welcome Sami Zayn back. He never wanted to get rid of Sami Zayn in the first place. He did always view Sami as a valuable option for the Bloodlines all those years ago. So Sami Zayn being brought in is a lock to see in the coming weeks. Now the only member left to still wonder about after that is Paul Heyman. Does he return the same time period as Sami Zayn? Or maybe he gets his own individual return during a big moment like Survivor Series. Paul Heyman coming out during War Games to get involved either with a weapon or something else like that really turns the tides for the OG Bloodline. Will be a pretty impactful return for the Wisemen. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.